What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, February 28th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. PricewaterhouseCoopers, the accounting firm that has overseen the Oscar ballot counting process for 83 years, apologized for an on-air flub that saw La La Land announced as Best Picture ahead of real winner Moonlight. The company said in a statement Monday morning, "We sincerely apologize to Moonlight, La La Land, Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, and Oscar viewers for the error that was made during the award announcement for Best Picture." They continued by saying the presenters had mistakenly been given the wrong category envelope and when discovered was immediately corrected. We are currently investigating how this could have happened and deeply regret that this occurred. We appreciate the grace with the nominees, the Academy, ABC, and Jimmy Kimmel on how they handled the situation. The confusion began Sunday as presenter Beatty appeared puzzled while reading the Best Picture envelope. He handed it over to his presenting partner Dunaway, who read La La Land as the winner. Beatty mistakenly had the envelope announcing Emma Stone's win for Best Actress for her role in La La Land, not the envelope announcing Best Picture. The cast and creative team behind La La Land took the stage and began giving their acceptance speeches before the error was called to light. Jordan Horowitz, the producer on La La Land, described the scene on stage by saying, "I'm holding the envelope and the award, and I just been given my speech, and there are people on the stage with headsets, and I thought, this doesn't seem right. They asked to see my envelope, which I haven't opened. Clearly something was wrong. They opened my envelope, and it said Emma Stone, La La Land. So clearly something is not right. The guys in headsets were going around with urgency looking for the other envelope. It just kind of appeared. One of the guys opened it, and it said Moonlight, and I took it on stage and went to the microphone and said what I said." Beatty clarified to the audience after the mistake was revealed, "I opened the envelope and it said Emma Stone, La La Land. That's why I looked at Faye and at you. I wasn't trying to be funny." Moonlight writer-director Barry Jenkins, who earlier had won the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay accepting the Best Picture award, stating, "Very clearly, even in my dreams, this cannot be true, but to hell with dreams. I'm done with it because this is true." Backstage, Jenkins, when asked by the Hollywood Reporter to explain the moment, he said, "No explanation, things just happen." He continued by saying, "I will say I saw two cards. I wanted to see the card, and Warren refused to show the card to anybody before he showed it to me." He says Barry Jenkins has to see the card. He needs to know. Steve Harvey, a comedian with experience announcing the wrong name at an award ceremony, is weighing in on that awkward Moonlight La La Land Oscar mix-up. Harvey made headlines around the world when he wrongfully named the runner-up as the winner of the 2015 Miss Universe pageant. Sunday evening, presenters Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway were mistakenly given the wrong envelope and announced La La Land as the Best Picture Oscar winner when the honor rightfully went to Moonlight. Harvey tweeted Monday, "Good morning, everybody. Went to sleep early last night, so what I miss." Another post read, "Call me Warren Beatty. I can help you get through this." In another Oscar flub, Australian producer Jan Chapman says she is devastated that her photo was wrongfully used to represent her late friend Janet Patterson during the Oscar in Memoriam segment. The filmmaker said in a statement to Variety, "I was devastated by the use of my image in place of my great friend and longtime collaborator Janet Patterson. I had urged her agency to check any photograph which might be used and understand that they were told that the Academy had covered it. Janet was a great beauty and a 4-time Oscar nominee, and it's very disappointing that the error was not picked up. I'm alive and well and an active producer." Patterson, an Australian costume designer who died in October 2016, was previously nominated for the films Portrait of the Lady, Oscar and Lucinda, Bright Star, and Piano, which he worked on with Chapman. Patterson's name and occupation were correctly listed during the segment. The photo of Chapman that was used, CBS News reported, is erroneously labeled Janet Patterson in Getty Images, which may have led to the mistake. It was one of the two big flubs during the Oscar show. And in a related story, Patricia Arquette was disappointed sister Alexis Arquette was absent from the 2017 Oscar in memoriam reel. The 48-year-old actress said in an interview with Vanity Fair that it was unfortunate her late sibling was left out of the Academy Awards tribute. Arquette told the magazine, "We're living in a time right now where trans kids can't even go to the bathroom in schools and they're diminished in society. It's really unfortunate that the Oscars decided they couldn't show a trans person who was such an important person in this community. Because trans kids, it could have meant a lot to them." Alexis-born Robert Arquette died at the age of 47 from complications from HIV in September. Patricia said her sister should have been included in the reel due to her work as an actress and transgender activist. The actress said she had a great career as a male and came out as a trans woman and lived her life in the truth. Her career was cut short not by her passing, but by her decision to live her truth and her life as a transgender woman. She added, despite the fact that there were a few parts for trans actors, she refused to play roles that were demeaning or stereotypical. She was a vanguard in the fight for understanding and acceptance for all trans people. Alexis was known for the films Last Exit to Brooklyn, Pulp Fiction, and Sometimes They Come Back Again. Patricia and brother David paid tribute to their sister on Twitter after the actress's death. Patricia captioned a link to the T-Rex song Cosmic Dancer to my first best friend, Cosmic Dancer. David wrote, "Thank you for all your love and kind words about Alexis, my hero for eternity." Chrissy Teigen appeared to fall asleep during the 2017 Academy Awards ceremony Sunday. The 31-year-old model sent social media into a frenzy after she was spotted taking a nap on husband John Legend's shoulder during Casey Affleck's acceptance speech for Best Actor for Manchester by the Sea. One person captioned a clip of the moment on Twitter, "I think my favorite part of the Oscars so far has been Chrissy Teigen sleeping on John. She is my spirit animal." Another person wrote, "Chrissy Teigen is sleeping during the Oscars is my 2017 mood." Teigen and Legend dazzled on the red carpet together hours earlier. The model stunned in a white Zuhar Murad gown with beaded embellishments and a thigh-high slit, while Legend looked dapper in a black tuxedo. The singer told his wife during an interview with E! News, "You look like a goddess. I'm very pleased." Legend performed a melody of two songs from La La Land, City of Stars, and auditioned The Fools Who Dream at the awards show, the former of which won Best Original Song. Teigen told E! Her husband was very nervous about the performance. Miles said, "He won't say, but he's nervous. He's very nervous. There's a bit of piano melody happening tonight that he doesn't know if he can do." Teigen and the rest of the audience were later shocked when La La Land was mistakenly announced as the winner of Best Picture. Moonlight was the actual winner. The movie, starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, took home 5 other awards in addition to Best Original Song. Halle Berry was in the mood for skinny dipping after the 2017 Academy Awards on Sunday. The 50-year-old actress shared a slow-motion video of herself stripping off her Versace gown and diving into a pool following the annual awards ceremony. She captioned the clip for her 1.1 million followers on Instagram. "After a long awards show, a girl can't wait to take it off. At Bruno Mars, #24K Magic." Berry had stunned in her custom gold and black Atelier Versace dress hours earlier on the red carpet. She also made headlines for returning to her natural curly hairstyle after years of straight or slightly wavy looks. The star told Vogue, "I have always marched to the beat to my own drum, and I think this red carpet look encapsulates that." She also added, "The dress is glamorous with a sense of romance that makes me feel feminine and fresh. With this look, I celebrate my natural hair by allowing it to be wild and free." Berry, who won an Oscar for Best Actress for Monsters Ball in 2002, cut off 5 inches of hair to achieve her new look. Her stylist Castillo told InStyle. The pair practiced and perfected the style over a 2-week period. Castillo told the magazine, "Went from a very natural, curly, powerful, asymmetrical fro. This is something she's never done before, and it's just ridiculous how good she looks." He also added, "As much as unlikely anything she's ever worn, because we all know her short pixie or long wavy hair, it just brought this glow and happiness to her." Berry is known for playing Storm in the X-Men film series and Molly Woods on the CBS series Extant. She will star in Kingsman: The Golden Circle with Taron Egerton, which opens in theaters October 6. Jennifer Aniston and Sofia Vergara were all smiles Sunday at a star-studded Oscars after-party. The 48-year-old Friends alum and 44-year-old Modern Family star attended the 2017 Vanity Fair Oscar Bash in Los Angeles with their respective husbands, Justin Theroux and Joe Magliano. Aniston stunned in a black dress with a plunging neckline and a thigh-high slit, and accessorized with more than $10 million worth of diamond jewelry, according to Us Weekly. Vergara, meanwhile, turned heads in a form-fitting silver gown. Aniston had paid tribute to Bill Paxton at the Academy Award ceremony early in the evening. She teared up about the actor who died Saturday at the age of 61 while introducing the in memoriam. The star says, "Each and every one was a cherished member of our Hollywood family, as was a beloved actor and friend who left us just yesterday, Bill Paxton. All were loved and all will be missed." Jessica Biel and husband Justin Timberlake, Amy Adams and husband Darren DeLagalio, and Reese Witherspoon and husband Jim Thoth were among the other celebrity couples at the after party. Also presented were Scarlett Johansson, Halle Berry, and Orlando Bloom. Aniston and Theroux, a 45-year-old actor and star of The Leftovers, married in August 2015 after more than 4 years of dating. Vergara and Magliano, a 40-year-old actor known for Magic Mike 2, tied the knot in November 2015. Storm chasers across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas memorialized Bill Paxton by logging their locations on a GPS map to form the Twister actor's initials BP. The tribute, put together by nonprofit tornado tracking group Spotter Network, appeared over Waukesha, Oklahoma, a town in Tornado Alley destroyed by a fictional 4F tornado in Paxton's film Twister, the Washington Post reports. Similar to Paxton's Twister character, Bill the Extreme Harding, storm chasers hit the road in order to mark out the coordinates using Spotter Network apps such as Radar Scope Pro, while others logged in remotely using a computer. Paxton, who also went on to make the IMAX documentary Tornado Alley, is said to have inspired interest in meteorology after the films. Degrees in the field increased by 47% in a decade after Twister's release. The tributes were shared by Oklahoma meteorologist Aaron Brackett of KFOR on Twitter. He wrote, "It's even better. Look at all of the chasers spelling BP for Bill Paxton. Waukesha, Oklahoma is circled in blue right in the middle. Hashtag RIP Bill Paxton." Paxton was announced dead Sunday at the age of 61 due to complications following heart surgery. His family said in a statement, "It is with heavy hearts we share the news that Bill Paxton had passed away due to complications from surgery." Loving husband and father, Bill began his career in Hollywood working on films in the art department and went on to have an illustrious career, spanning 4 decades as a beloved and prolific actor and filmmaker. Bill's passion for the arts was felt by all who knew him, and his warmth and tireless energy were undeniable. We ask to please respect the family's wish for privacy as they mourn the loss of their adored husband and father. The National Weather Service wrote on Twitter Sunday in honor of the actor, as celebrities reacted to his passing on social media. Twister was an inspiration to many budding meteorologists over the last 20 years. Thank you, Bill Paxton, a.k.a. Bill the Extreme Harding. Will Smith patrols the streets as an LAPD cop in the first teaser trailer for Netflix's upcoming fantasy thriller, Bright. The 30-second clip released Sunday during the Oscars telecast featured the actor wielding a sword, an orc with a shotgun, and a host of other fantastical-looking characters as This Land Is Your Land plays in the background. Smith says at the end of the footage, "I'm assuming this doesn't end well." The synopsis reads, set in a world where mystical creatures live side by side with humans, a human cop is forced to work with an orc to find a weapon everyone is prepared to kill for. Bright is directed by David Ayer, who worked with Smith on Suicide Squad, and written by Max Landis, who wrote Chronicle and America Ultra. Joel Edgerton also stars in the series, set to hit Netflix in December. Former First Ladies Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama reportedly passed on Dancing with the Stars. They turned down the chance to compete on Season 24 of the ABC reality competition, according to the March 6 issue of Us Weekly. Sources told the magazine Clinton said no to producers interested in having the recent Democratic presidential candidate on the show. Obama, who appeared on So You Think You Could Dance in 2015, and singer Ashley Simpson also reportedly passed. Clinton has kept a low profile since Donald Trump won the 2016 presidential election in November. Obama, meanwhile, was spotted outside a Soul Cycle gym Sunday in the White House after leaving in Washington, D.C. after leaving the White House in January. Entertainment Tonight reported last week that actor Mr. T and Olympic gymnast Simone Biles will compete on the new season. New parents Maxime Chemerinsky and Peter Murgatroyd are among the returning pros. Murgatroyd recently told Good Morning America, "I'm definitely a little bit nervous, but I'm very excited to get back." Dancing with the Stars Season 24 will premiere March 20th on ABC, and Good Morning America will announce the official cast during its March 1st episode. Season 2 of the drama series Fortitude is to premiere later this year in the United States on Amazon Prime Video. The announcement was made Monday by Amazon Studios and Sky Vision. The first season of the show premiered on Sky Atlantic in 2015. It has been available to stream on Prime Video for the past year. Season 2 will be an Amazon original series. Starring Richard Dormer, Dennis Quaid, Sophie Gabbro, Luke Treadaway, Darren Boyd, Bjorn Hugh Hatterson, Mix Jackson, Alexandra Mohin, Veronica Exugi, Sienna Gollery, Ramon Takarman, Parminder Nagra, Michelle Fairley, Robert Sheehan, and Ken Stott. The series follows the sheriff of a small, isolated community with a captive population in an environment that is undergoing change and upheaval due to a parasite and pathogen activity. The head of comedy, drama, and virtual reality for Amazon Studios, Joe Lewis, said, "In Fortitude, our customers will experience Dennis Quaid in a remarkably compassionate role, joined by an ensemble cast that has resonated with audiences globally. We are excited to add such a beautiful and captivating series to our original slates." Jane Millichip, the managing director for Sky Vision, says, "Amazon is the perfect home for Fortitude in the United States. Fortitude is high-end, addictive viewing, and perfectly suits Amazon's scripted portfolio. Amazon has been a keen supporter of the series from the outset, having taken an SVOD window of Season 1. We're delighted to now extend the relationship and make Amazon the home of our most successful returning Sky Atlantic original drama series." Fitness guru Bob Harper said he had a heart attack this month. The 51-year-old Biggest Loser host told TMZ he was left unconscious for 2 days after having a heart attack during a workout in New York. Harper was at a gym 2 weeks ago when he collapsed and was taken to the hospital. He was hospitalized for 8 days and had yet to be cleared by doctors to fly home to Los Angeles. Biggest Loser host says he is improving but limited to non-strenuous exercise like walking for the moment. He said his family has a history of heart attacks, including his mom, who died from the condition. Harper has yet to address his health scare on social media, but alluded to the incident last week on Instagram. He posted a photo of a candle and called himself Lucky in the caption. He wrote, "My word of the day, lucky." Jenna Coleman and Tom Hughes have begun shooting Season 2 of the historical drama Victoria, ITV announced. Game of Thrones alum Diana Rigg will be a regular cast member this season, which was once again written by creator and executive producer Daisy Goodwin. Set 6 weeks after the events of Season 1, the upcoming episodes will follow Britain's Queen Victoria as she faces the new challenge of motherhood. Season 2 will include 8 hour-long episodes and a 2-hour Christmas special. Coleman plays the titular monarch, while Hughes portrays her husband, Prince Albert. Rigg is taking on the role of the Duchess of Buccleuch, the young queen's mistress of the robes, who is renowned for speaking her mind, a press release notes. The ensemble will also include Nigel Lindsay, Alex Jenkins, Peter Bowles, David Oakes, and Daniela Holtz. Goodwin said in a statement Monday, in Series 1, Victoria married the handsome prince, but in this series she and Albert get down to some serious business of living happily, sometimes stormily, even after. Victoria is the only queen regnant to marry and give birth while on the throne, and the challenges of being head of state as well as a wife and mother are legion. In many ways, Victoria's dilemma is a modern one. How do you have a successful marriage and a happy family when you are holding down an important job? Can you really have it all? Season 1 aired on ITV in the United Kingdom and on PBS in the United States last year. Shannen Doherty announced on social media that she is finished with chemotherapy in her ongoing fight against breast cancer. The former Beverly Hills 90210 star wrote on Instagram, alongside a photo of herself staring into the camera while laying on her bed, "Last day of chemo, exhausted. Now that I'm done with chemo and radiation, the waiting game is here." She continued, "Waiting for tests, waiting to see if I'm clear or not, waiting for reconstruction, waiting. I think when one gets cancer, they are always waiting to a certain extent." And she also wrote, "To those who know, I'm waiting for you, #CancerSlayer." Doherty was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015 and announced in August 2016 that the disease had spread to her lymphatic system. The actress has continued to chronicle her battle on social media, posting a video of herself in January dancing after receiving treatment. "I'm still moving," she wrote at the time. In a passing to report, Game of Thrones actor Neil Figleton has died at the age of 36 over the weekend. The 7'7" British star played the giant Mag the Mighty on the HBO series, died apparently of a heart failure Saturday, February 25th, according to TMZ. Figleton played basketball in college and professionally before pursuing acting. He was confirmed as Britain's tallest living man in 2007, according to a tribute on the Tall Persons Club official Facebook page. The actor told the Journal the same year, "To be the tallest is like a special gift. It's unique. I've never had any problems with my height." Fingleton was also known for the movies X-Men First Class with James McAvoy, 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves, and Jupiter Ascending with Channing Tatum. He also appeared on the BBC series Doctor Who. Game of Thrones actor Ian White tweeted Sunday, "Very sad to hear of the tragic passing of Neil Fingleton. He followed his dreams. Rest in peace." He was 36. Ariana Grande and Future have released a racy new video for Every Day. The 23-year-old singer and 33-year-old rapper born Nevadius Wilburn shared a music video Sunday featuring couples hooking up all over the city. Grande tweeted to her 44.2 million followers, #Everyday featuring @OneFuture, directed by @Mars Attacks, out now. The video, which celebrates love between several diverse couples, young, old, white, black, straight, gay, has already received over 1.2 million views. The pair released a lyric video for the song February 1st that received over 38.7 million. Every Day appears on Grande's third studio album, Dangerous Woman, which was released in May. The record debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 albums charts and also included the singles Into You and Side to Side. The singer told on Air with Ryan Seacrest in March of 2016, "The album is definitely the next step for me. It still sounds like me, but it feels like a more mature, evolved version. The whole body of work is a little darker and sexier and more mature." Grande kicked off her Dangerous Woman tour this month to promote her new album and will next perform Monday in Washington, D.C. Future released his sixth studio album, Hundreds, last week. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1964, Thelonious Monk makes the cover of Time magazine. Beatlemania was at its peak in the winter of 1964, but not every music fan had the Beatles brand of rock and roll on their turntable. In fact, it was jazz music, vital, innovative, contemporary jazz music that captured the imagination of the significant proportion of American music fans in 1964, and no jazz musician at the time was more vital, innovative, and contemporary than Thelonious Monk. So important was jazz on the American cultural scene, and so important was Monk in the world of jazz, that his portrait graced the cover of Time magazine on February 28, 1964. The piece inside the magazine, called Thelonious Monk, by writer Barry Farrell, gave Thelonious the credit he deserved for help bring jazz out of the swing era. Farrell wrote on Monk's legendary tenure as the resident piano player at Milton's Playhouse in New York City in the 1940s. Monk presided at the birth of pop. Rhythm scrambled forward at his touch. The upkick boldness of his harmonies forced the horn players into flights, the likes of which have never been heard before. But when bop dripped out of Harlem and into a wider popularity after the war, Monk was already embarked on his long and lonely scuffle. Long and Lonely Scuffle was Farrell's way not only of characterizing the iconoclastic musical path that Monk would follow through the 1950s, but also of alluding to Monk's well-known eccentricity, what his loved ones knew to be a long-standing but unnamed mental illness. In the brilliant Clint Eastwood-produced documentary Thelonious Monk, Straighter No Chaser, Monk's manager, Harry Culmbelly, recalled that the first interview with Farrell coincided with the start of one of Monk's episodes of Strange Behaviors. He says, by the time he got downstairs with me, he was already off somewhere. I don't recall him being hospitalized for it until the mid to late 60s. But my mom, she would tell me that she saw the signs of it much, much earlier. For his part, Monk made the light of the issue to Farrell, even joking about an incident in which he was briefly hospitalized after being found wandering alone and speaking incoherently. He said, "I can't be crazy because they had me in one of those places and they let me go." Thelonious Monk, composers of such jazz standards as Round Midnight, Blue Monk, and Well, You Needin' It, continued performing and pursuing a truly unique direction in jazz until his death on February 17, 1982. Also on this date in 1983, the celebrated sitcom MASH bows out after 11 seasons, airing a special 2.5-hour episode watched by 77% of the television viewing audience. It was the largest percentage ever to watch a single TV show up to that time. Set near Seoul, Korea, behind the American front lines during the Korean War, MASH was based on the 1968 novel by Richard Hooker and the 1970 film produced by 20th Century Fox and directed by Robert Altman. Its style came from the initiatives for the Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, an isolated compound that received wounded soldiers and was staffed by the show's cast of doctors and nurses. At the heart of MASH was the surgeons Dr. Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce, played by Alan Alda, and Dr. Trapper John McIntyre, played by Wayne Rogers. These roles were played in Altman's movie by Donald Sutherland and Elliot Gould, respectively. Hawkeye and Trapper's foils on the TV show were Dr. Frank Burns, played by Larry Linville, and Senior Nurse Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, played by Loretta Swift, who disapproves of the surgeon's boozing, womanizing, and disregard for military authority. Other key characters in the series were the bumbling Cap Commander, Commander Henry Blake, played by McLean Stevenson, and his clerk and right-hand man, Corporal Walter Radar O'Reilly, played by Gary Burdoff. MASH premiered on CBS Television Network in September 1972. The threat of cancellation during its first season because of low ratings, the show turned things around the following year, landing in the top 10 in the ratings and never dropped out of the top 20 for the rest of its run. While the show began as a thinly veiled critique on the Vietnam War, its focus switched to more character-driven plot lines after that war's anticlimactic end, allowing the series to continue to hold the public's attention as it developed. In the middle of the show's tenure, Alan Alda began to take more and more creative control, co-writing 13 episodes and directing more than 30, including the series finale. Alda became the first person ever to win Emmy Awards for acting, directing, and writing for the same show. Elements such as long-range and tracking camera shots, as well as sophisticated editing techniques, distinguished MASH from more than traditional TV sitcoms. From the beginning, the influence of Altman's movie was evident in the cinematic nature of the show's camera work. In addition, each half-hour episode of MASH contained a signature mixture of dramatic and comedic plot lines, and its success marked the rise of a new genre of TV show dubbed dramedy. After earning consistently high ratings throughout its 11-year run, MASH enjoyed enduring popularity in the following decades, as it became one of the world's most syndicated shows. It also spawned an unsuccessful spin-off after MASH, which aired on CBS from 1983 to 1985. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, February 28, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.